Let us first start out with this. What is the American dream? The most commonly accepted definition is as follows. The American dream is the idea that every U.S. citizen should have an equal opportunity to achieve success and prosperity through hard work, determination, and initiative. Many people like to talk about what will come after they achieve this dream, but not many talk about what will happen during the pursuit of this dream. And that is where this interview comes in. The following interview will provide you, the public, with multiple viewpoints and opinions on the American dream and what it means to different people. A middle-class white family probably has a different opinion on the subject than a lower-class group of Chinese immigrants. We hope that the following program is able to educate you on just a few of the diverse and interesting standpoints all people in the United States have on the American dream and the pursuit of it.
Hi, I'm Bailey Whitlock.
And I'm Julia Cody.
Today, we have a very special treat for you. We have interviewed some people that you might know,
such as Jay Gatsby, George Wilson, Brave Orchid, and Maxine Hong Kingston.
Stay tuned for our feature presentation.
With us today, we have Mr. Jay Gatsby, awarded Valor Extraordinaire. What was your overall goal in life?
Well, old sport, my overall goal in life was to achieve infinite fame, money, and love.
So, Mr. Gatsby, how has the American dream influenced your decisions?
Well, old sport, in my pursuit of the American dream, I have learned that nothing in this world comes for free. If you want something, you're going to have to fight for it.
Was your method of achieving this dream successful or not?
Well, old sport, as I'm sure you've heard, my life is very fortunate in that I have achieved success and prosperity through hard work and initiative. My method is a confidential sort of involvement, which did make me a great deal of money, although it's not exactly considered legal.
So, Mr. Gatsby, do you still believe in the American dream?
Absolutely, old sport. I believe that the American dream exists for anyone who is willing to pursue it.
Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Well, as you may or may not know, I was supposed to come into a great deal of money when one of my good friends died. However, after he passed on, I received nothing. I had to work very hard to where I am today, and look at me now. I am one of the richest men on all of Long Island.
How did all this change you as a person?
Well, my pursuit of the American dream has been a rather tedious yet fulfilling adventure nonetheless. I went from a nobody from I don't even remember to an East Coast socialite nearly overnight. I am proud of the person I have become, and I have reason to believe that Daisy should be too, although that is a completely different matter.
Mr. Gatsby, this car is obviously of great importance to you. What does it mean to you?
Well, old sport, everything I have ever done has led me to this car. It is my pride and joy, and for some people, this car embodies the American dream.
What does the American dream mean to you?
In my opinion on sport, the American dream is nothing more than a competition among individuals who are competing to see who has what it takes to become a flourishing individual, such as myself.
Thank you, Mr. Gatsby.
That must be Daisy. I'll have to go. Thank you so much. Here we have Mr. George Wilson. George, do you believe in the American dream?
Well, I suppose I have to.
What do you mean you have to?
Well, if I didn't have that dream, then I really don't have much except for my wife.
What has motivated you to keep pursuing the American dream?
I just desperately want to provide for Myrtle and give her all she wants and to keep her with me.
How has this changed you as an individual?
I think I'm desperate. Every day I pray Tom will bring me by that car. The car! This hope or dream led me to poverty in the stupid valley of ashes. But at least I had Myrtle with me.
George, if we could get back on track. George, what does the American dream mean to you?
For me, it meant escape from this with Myrtle, of course. I really need that car to get away with Myrtle and move on with life. Honestly, I put all my hope into it, but so far it hasn't gotten me anything, only disappointment.
Thank you for your time, George. So today we have here Brave Orchid, who is Maxine Hong Kingston's mother. So, Brave Orchid, what was your initial goal when you first came to America?
My first goal was to reunite with my husband. Then our second goal was to become successful through pursuing American dream in Gold Mountains.
So how successful were you in achieving these goals?
Reuniting with my husband was achieved, but becoming successful in pursuing American dream was not really achieved, but the pursuit did make me become a tough and wise old woman. Like if I stay in China, I'd still be young.
So what is your interpretation of the American dream?
In my opinion, American dream is not what it seems. People are led to believe it is so easy to become successful in America, but in China, I be twice successful and not as much in busy city for half work.
Okay, thank you. Today we have here Maxine Hong Kingston. Maxine, do you see a difference in the mother you see every day and the woman your mother describes herself as in her stories?
Well, in America, my mom is indifferent to the white people, but among the native Chinese people, she seems pretty normal. Her stories make her seem more grand and important in China.
Do you consider her a grand and important woman?
Maybe in China, but not here.
My mother had an important role in China, but in America, she sees things differently, and so do I. In China, my mother was very strong, and she had a very strong place in society. But in America, we do things differently now because of the cultures. I don't want to be like her in China, very restricted. I want to be my own type of person in America, an American girl.
Do you think her pursuit of the American dream was passed down to you?
No, I don't think so. If anything, I think I learned from her mistakes, and instead of pushing myself to be successful, I think I'm pushing myself to be more different.
Different how?
Well, I don't want to be the stereotypical Chinese woman like my mother. I want to be a real American girl.
How does your mother try to carry over the Chinese traditions into American culture?
Well, around our house we have many artifacts and we have different things that she just tries to embrace us in her Chinese life.
What's your interpretation of the American dream?
I think the American dream is a facade made to lure immigrants to America to pursue this hope or dream.
I believe my mother and I each have our own interpretation of the American dream, and maybe neither of us is wrong, but each of us have our own strong mind about our beliefs.
Thank you for your time, Maxine.
That Jay Gatsby is really an interesting
And that George Wilson too.
I know.
Well, thank you for joining us today in our feature presentation, and we hope you enjoyed it.
We hope to see you next time when our next broadcast airs Saturday night.
I'm Julia Cody.
And I'm Bailey Whitlock.